Hey folks, so I'm in here wadding pots and getting things ready to go into the soda kiln, and I wanted to show you an alternative to wadding lids on jars. So let me show you that real quick. I'm going to move the camera. Alright, so when I initially started making pots for salt and soda, I was taught to wad the lids. You know, you'd put a few wads around the base of the lid or around the lid seat here in the jar, and then you would sit the lid on top of those wads and to keep the lid separated from the pot during the firing so that the salt or soda didn't stick the lid and the pot together. And that's great, and that works fine, and I've done that for a while, and you know it's okay. But sometimes what happens is, you know, you'll have your wadding, you know, all around here, and then maybe during the firing something will happen. Maybe this shrinks or something moves, and then maybe the wad will fall into the pot, and then the glaze melts, and then then you got that wad melted into your glaze down there, and that's not good. Or maybe if the lid was bigger and maybe thin, too thin or something, there may be some warping that would occur. So anyway, what I eventually ended up doing was I stopped wadding my lids and I started using this other technique that I learned later on from someone, and that was just to use alumina, just straight alumina in water, and you just make a thin paste like this, and then you just take a little cheap brush and you just basically brush this alumina paste just right around this lid seat, and you just want to put this where the lid and the body of the pot are going to come in contact with each other. So I just brush this right around here just like that, and then usually I'll put a little around this edge here on the lid too. That's probably unnecessary, but I just do it for the double check. So now you can just sit this right on there, and that can go right in the kiln, and that alumina will keep the lid and the body of the pot separated. And then when it comes out of the kiln, you'll just have this powdery residue of the alumina that you can just wipe away with a damp cloth, or just brush away. You can even really just brush it away with a dry cloth. And when you apply this, you don't want to get it up on your slip or anywhere that you don't want it. And if you do, you can just take your finger and rub it, and this will just, I mean, just one or 2 seconds after you put it on there, you can just get it right off if you get it somewhere you don't want it. So anyway, once you brush that on there, you can just sit this right in place, and it's ready to go in the kiln. So that's an alternative to using the wads around the lids. So maybe if you think this will be helpful, you can give this a try. Alright, there you go. Thanks. See you later.